Hello and welcome. This is the tutorial for the times table set. First of all, we're going to talk about the printing side of the project. Here I have a piece of A4 card. It's about 120 grams lightweight. It's something that I've used that I don't need for anything else. A scrap piece and a piece of light cotton that's been cut to the A4 size to fit the paper, and a can of repositional spray glue. The other method is for the printing onto transfer paper. As I live in France, it's all in French, but wherever you live you can buy this type of product, which covers, this one has 5 sheets in it. It's a transfer paper. It has all the instructions on the back. There's the paper. You print on this side, not on that side. Comes with full instructions. I have 2 different types here. I have this one and this one, which is virtually the same, just slightly different. Slightly different colour, more creamier colour than white. Whichever you wish to use is your choice. So we put those to the side. We print direct onto the transfer paper through your printer, and then that will be ironed on at a later date to the fabric. The other method that we use is this one, where we print direct onto the fabric. So we have a piece of card and we have a piece of fabric. The first thing I do is I get an old box for spraying in. This is an old box I've had from Amazon. So we open this up. The card inside. This is just to stop the glue from going everywhere. Give the can a good shake. And we do a light spray. Dispose of the box out the way. Put that down. Place our fabric right side up over the card. To fit the card. And smooth it down flat. Make sure you've got no little tucks or wrinkles in it. Spread it down flat, like this. It would pay at this stage if the fabric is slightly bigger, or by spreading it out it overlaps the edges of the card, to just trim it up so it's the same size. I'm just doing this quickly and roughly use a ruler just to make sure that that's, so it's all within the realms of the. Okay, so we now have the fabric prepared and we have our transfer sheets. The next thing is to go to the printer and print these out. So I'll be with you in just one moment. Right, so here we are at the printer ready to go. This is rather a large printer. It prints A3 as well, A4. It's a Brother MFC J6500 or 10DW. Very good printer and very handy for this. It has a back feed. This first of all we're going to print on the transfer paper. I've set it up so that the transfer paper is in the tray and that the non-printable side of the paper is upwards, because my printer, as it goes in, the paper turns back on itself and it prints on this surface. If we had the printable surface this way up, it would print on the back, and we don't want that. We want it to print on the plain white surface. So it's in the feed tray. We're going to close it, going to go to the computer, send to print. Just waiting for the information to send to the printer. There it is. So it's inside now and setting itself up and printing. There we have it, and that's printed perfectly. As you can see, the numbers are inversed, but they need to be inversed because this will be turned, ironed onto the fabric, and the writing will be the correct way. So that's the first part of the printing. We'll now print direct on the fabric. For printing on the fabric, we've just put the fabric that's been glued onto the card into the back feeder. I like to do this, it's slightly thicker than the normal paper, so this helps it to feed in correctly and nicely. You need to make sure that that is positioned centrally. You have these guides, so everything should be okay. It's in the paper, in the printer. We're now going to keep our fingers crossed, and we're going to send the information from the printer, from the computer, to the printer to print. The thing to remember here, we're now printing the page from the document that has the numbers the right way around, because this will be the orientation on the fabric. And there we have it. We have it printed the right way around. Okay, you can see that's printed nicely and clearly. So the next thing now is just to set up our embroidery machine and get it ready to start making the project.